What's good, y'all? It's your boy Vaughn, and today we got another body cam footage, y'all. Now this one is woman masturbates in public and then deletes herself. Now I don't even know what the fuck that title is, but y'all know me. I don't do too much talking, so we gonna get straight into the video, bro. Let's go.
On the afternoon of July 1st, 2021, officers from the Tybee Island Police Department descended on
No,
Tybee
they on the
Island
beach.
Beach in Tybee Island, Georgia. The police had been called by a member of the public because, according to them,
Georgia got beaches.
a woman had walked past the caller's family tent several times and eventually had found a spot a short distance away in front of it. After placing a towel down on the sand, the caller said the woman started touching herself inappropriately.
The
I
fuck?
could hear moaning. As you'll see, the woman in question appears to be confused at first, but when confronted by the claims made against her, she starts to give her version of events and tries to reason with her actions.
The fuck is that?
How you doing, ma'am? Masterb with IP. Can we speak to you for a second? We'll get you over there. Okay. Go ahead and bring your stuff. Yep. All right. What's your name, ma'am?
Chris?
Chris?
Do you
All
have
right.
your ID on you? Yeah, can I ask what the problem is?
All right, so someone called us. We got multiple calls about you. About something pertaining on the beach. Were you supposed to be, were you doing something you weren't supposed to be doing?
What?
Like, what were you doing on the beach? Like, prior to coming here? Prior to coming here? Were you at the beach at some point in time?
What was you doing, bitch? Like, come on. That's how you know you guilty.
Okay, I don't understand. There was nobody. I was just sitting on my tail. Nobody was around me.
Okay, and you were over at the beach?
Like I was near the water.
Near the water?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright, well, like I said, someone called and they saw you doing something you weren't
I
supposed to
didn't.
be doing.
No, that's not true. Okay, look, is this something that my phone should be off for or on for?
You can, whatever you want to do. It's your right. If you want to record this conversation, you can. But we are also recording, so.
Okay, can you show? I mean, who did I offend? I don't understand. What did I do? What did I do?
So apparently you're masturbating on the beach.
I saw that.
I mean, a couple people.
No, they
families.
didn't. That's not true.
Why would they call us that?
Okay, because I was by myself. Now, I will tell you this. The only way that somebody would have called you is if it was a military operation. They're fucking doing this.
What do you mean military?
Never mind. Okay, so nobody was around. Was it an anonymous call? Is
Yeah.
this one of my buddies? Okay,
No,
one of my buddies.
No, it's not one of your buddies. It's a family.
Okay, look, let me show you what I did.
Okay.
Okay.
Is there
I-
anything in the bag?
No.
Is it alright if I look through it? I mean, if you can open it and can I see the contents inside the bag?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't really understand what y'all.
We're just here because someone called and they're
This
very
is-
concerned. Okay.
This
and
is really highly offensive to me.
I got it. I got you. And that's why I'm trying to figure
It's
it out.
it's my vibrator, but I just put it in my. I was sitting on the beach, and I just.
Okay.
Do I get a ticket?
So
That is like kind of a good question. I mean, it don't pertain to me, but since she said that, like how she said she just put it in and then was just sitting there. If if she didn't take her clothes off or nothing, and they just heard her moaning, like, is that still like indecent exposed, like, or something like what, like, I don't know. We just gonna get I don't know.
you did have a vibrator.
Listen, I was sitting on the water like this.
That's
and I
not
was sitting there,
illegal.
And it was covered up, and I just had an orgasm. I'm sorry, I was stressed out.
I
Is that
got
it?
you. Okay. Just hang tight for me.
I'm sorry.
I mean, it's kind of weird, but I mean, if you ain't got your clothes off, then I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, yeah.
People did see it. We didn't get a call for no reason.
I swear to God, I was sitting in the water. Nobody saw it.
I got you. Well, I mean, if nobody saw it, then they wouldn't have called, right?
Man, please, don't do this to me. Are you serious?
You want to take primary notice?
I wanted to take it since we talked about the
Okay, I got you.
This is ridiculous. What am I being arrested for?
indecent exposure.
No, but I didn't have any of my body
Someone
parts
called.
out.
See that's why I asked the question, because I didn't know. So that explains it. And they finna explain it. So we finna see. My answer, you ask and you shall receive.
What am I being arrested for?
Indecent exposure.
Indecent exposure.
No, but I didn't have any of my body
Someone
parts
called.
out.
It doesn't matter. A family saw it. They had kids.
There was nobody around me.
So,
Nothing in here that shouldn't be in here?
No.
Okay.
well, I'm just gonna throw this in here. Okay.
We'll go through it at the car.
Yeah.
This yours, ma'am? This hers?
Yeah.
I'm hoping this is Jesus Christ. Because it's not. This is not going to go well.
Bro, that's the walk of shame right there, bro. I ain't gonna lie. If that was me, nigga, my head would have been down, my eyes closed. Nigga, y'all would have been walking me around, cause fuck all that, bro. All these people, families and shit looking at me, and you already know the word done circulated. And it was probably one of them families that they just passed that was outside on the little patio, bro. That's the walk of shame. Nah, that's who it was.
Alright, awesome. Oh, is that here? Sweet, thank you so much. What's your name? Amber?
I'm geek. They gave that nigga iced coffee. It's lit. Shit. Put some caramel in that hoe. It's lit.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you for confirmation.
Ma'am?
You got her ID yet?
No, we haven't gotten an ID yet. I still that in the bag. $15's heavy. Can you run a Joker 27? Okay.
Damn, is that a bag of weed? God, nigga.
Use track.
Oh, Jesus. She said there's a vibrator in there.
Yeah, she needs to go.
So. Oh, nice. It's a bullet style. That's what they call it.
Your office.
Oh, Jesus. Knows you going through it. You logging everything.
The officer said the lady officer got to go through it and then she logging everything because they don't want to touch it.
Okay. I mean, and she admitted to it, and she said she had an orgasm on the beach and all that other goodness. So, yeah. All right. Cool. What o'clock? It's 6 o'clock. 6 o'clock. Alrighty. What's that? Mm-hmm. Gotcha. I got you. And I mean, to be completely honest with you, I really don't care what you did, you know. But again, someone saw it, so that's why we're here, you know. I mean, if you're gonna do something like that, you know, don't get caught. That's all.
Bro, look at the. Bro, how you get this shit off at the bottom? Bruh, look right here, bruh. The cop got a whole vape, bruh. My nigga driving with one hand and vaping, turning on the AC and about to hit the vape as soon as he turn on the AC. Is that legal?
All I have to say, you know. So I mean, I got nothing against you, you know.
What the fuck?
34-year-old Christina Ashley Revels Glick was arrested and charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct. If you're not familiar with this story, then you may be thinking to yourself, well, that's the end of it. She went through the legal process and received her punishment. In the state of Georgia, a first offence of indecent exposure is classed as a misdemeanor, so you'd be right to think that she got a slap on the wrist. But what if I told you she didn't even make it through the whole legal process? Because she passed just months after her arrest. But the circumstances surrounding her death aren't as straightforward as you may think. Christina's life leading up into the beach incident had been a quote, wild one, according to one unnamed relative. And although there isn't much information about her early life, we do know that the beach incident wasn't her first run-in with the law. She got in trouble, got herself arrested. She went to prison in Florida. It isn't entirely clear why she specifically went to prison, but we do know that she had been arrested on a handful of occasions. In 2018, she was accused of stealing a car, and in that same year she was arrested a handful of times for public drunkenness. Her life prior to the 2018 arrests was far from stable. You see, she had two sons with two different men. A 19-year-old from a relationship way back in the day, and a 15-year-old from a marriage that ended in divorce in 2015. Although the divorce went through in 2015, the marriage had broken down years before. Just 6 months after the 15-year-old was born, she left the family home to go on her own journey in life. The child was left with his father. Over the
The
years, she
fuck?
had little contact with either of her children and their fathers, but on at least one occasion, she and her at the time husband rekindled. After she spent time in jail, her husband took her back, but she was wild. A short while after they got back together, she fell in with a real bad crowd. She was drinking and taking drugs. By 2020, Christina had made her own way in life once again, and she had been living at a property in Hinesville, Georgia. I'm not judging, but there were a lot of men, and we heard she worked at a strip club too. She was always nice to talk to, always smiled, said hello to our kids when she was coming in and out. She always paid her rent on time. In that sense, she was a model tenant. Then came March of 2022. On the 19th, landlady Felicity Rollins contacted police to request a welfare check on Christina. She had missed her latest payment for rent. A couple of weeks had gone by and Felicity couldn't get hold of her. When police arrived, it was reported that, quote, negative contact was made. Then they left. Remember, Ashley wasn't considered a vulnerable adult in the eyes of authorities, and there were no reports to police that she could be in any sort of danger, so there wasn't much they could do about it. Over the next 12 days, Felicity continued to try and reach out to Christina, but all attempts failed. Then, on the 31st of March, 2022, Felicity and her boyfriend decided it was for the best to enter the property to see what was going on for themselves. It was then a gruesome discovery was made. I was sitting waiting in my truck when Felicity and her boyfriend came down and said, "Something's wrong. We think there's a dead body in there." They pretty much turned straight around when they opened the door. I didn't believe it. I thought they were messing, so I went up. When Felicity's family friend, Gareth White, entered the apartment, he knew straight away that someone had died. The smell alone was enough to tell him that. And so there she was, Christina decomposing on the floor in the property. She had been dead for roughly a month. After an investigation, detectives concluded that she took her own life for reasons unknown. But people connected to the incident don't really buy into that story and want police to explore the possibility that she may have been murdered. After the discovery was made, Felicity asked her sister Whitney Phillips to act on her behalf moving forward, as the incident was too much for her to handle. When Whitney entered the property, she noticed that there was blood in every room. Not only that, but there was other evidence to suggest foul play. There was blood in every room in the apartment, but there were other things like unopened packages, things for the apartment, like she was expecting still to do things. Why would she be ordering stuff for the house? Why would she still be paying her bills if she was planning to end it? She was never late on rent. I didn't sleep right for a week after seeing the inside of that apartment.
Shit, I wouldn't either.
On the wall where her body had been, and on the carpet where it had laid. To me, it looks like she was panicking, trying to get away, trying to save her life. Why would she be moving through the house like that? That doesn't make no sense. Jonathan Johnson and his wife Jasmine, downstairs neighbours, think Christina was murdered too. The Johnsons believe they had the actual murder taking place but didn't want to intervene because they weren't too sure. They say a man who Ashley had been seeing needs to be taken in for questioning. I believe that dude killed her. We had a lot of commotion that one night, then we never saw her or heard her again. I asked, should we call the police? But you're not too sure sometimes. Like, if you get involved, maybe you'll get hurt too. That guy was there all the time and his car was over there that night. When we came out the next day, it was gone. That night, it was like a lot of heavy walking and moving around going on. After that, it was just silent up there. And so, it's been well over a year since police reached their conclusion. We can't rule out that they'd ever change their theory and investigate the possibility that Christina was murdered, but we can say, for at least now anyway, that they don't think she was.
Bro, that was a wild change of events, bro. I ain't gonna lie. And, you know what I'm saying? The fact that you go from masturbating and then they say you end yourself, but Bro, I ain't gonna lie. The more they kept going in with the details and stuff, talking about it was a whole lot of commotion, and the dude was over there. Then it was his car was gone the next day. Like, bruh, I ain't gonna lie. And then the whole part about where it was blood through the whole house, bro. If she was trying to kill herself, you not gonna be walking through the whole house dripping blood and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like you gon' more than likely, if you ain't do it with a gun, you gonna use a knife or something. You just gonna do what it do, sitting down somewhere, and then just let it happen. And so, you know what I'm saying? That's the key component to me, that it was some foul play, bro. But shit, man, I'm gonna get at y'all in the next reaction. Y'all hit this video right here to see the next reaction. Peace.